Welcome back to EVS online class. Children, today we are moving on to the 17th lesson in your textbook. The name of the lesson is Nandita in Mumbai. In this lesson, you are going to learn about a girl named Nandita who reached Mumbai city from her village. She came to her mama's house in Mumbai for the treatment of her mother. Her mother is admitted in a hospital in Mumbai. Her mama lives in a very crowded street in Mumbai where the poor people of the city lives. There she finds a lot of differences in the life from her village life. Let us see what are the differences she finds in village life and city life. Okay?
Nandita and her mother reached Mumbai railway station, which was very crowded. Children, you all learn to locate Maharashtra on the map of India. This Mumbai is the capital of Maharashtra. She held her mother's hand by seeing the crowd. She was thinking about how her mama would find them in the crowd. Just then, her mama called. They crossed narrow streets to reach Mama's house. Nandita's mama lives in a slum area. Slums are places in big cities with very small houses where many poor people live together. In Mama's house, Mama, Mami, and their two daughters and their son all live in one room. They sit, sleep, cook, and wash everything in one room. Nandita thought of her house in the village. Her house in village also has only one room, but separate places for cooking and for bathing. They also have a courtyard outside. In Mumbai city, especially in the slum areas, there is a specified time at which water comes. So, everyone in the street should present at that time to take water. If they are late, they do not get water for the whole day. Nandita and her mommy used to get up at 4 o'clock every morning and go to the public tap to fill water. There will be fights over water there. Again, Nandita thought of her village life. In village, there is no tap, but there is a pond in the village which is full of water. They used to take water from the pond. Sometimes in summer, the water in the pond dries up. Then they walk for almost 1 hour to the river to get water. But in the village, there were no fights for water. In the street where Nandita's mama lives, there is a toilet at one end. Everyone in the street uses that toilet. It is always very dirty and smells so bad. At first, Nandita used to vomit. At times, there is no water also. They have to take water with them. Now, Nandita got used to all this. Again, Nandita thought of her village. In the village, people go to the open places or fields for toilet. The men and women go to different places. Every day, Nandita go to the hospital to see her mother. At first, she was too scared to get into such crowded buses. She was not at all used to it. She was afraid. But now it is not like that. She knew how to stand in line, how much to pay for the ticket, where to get down. Near Nandita's mama's house, there is a tall building. Nandita's mommy works in 7 houses there. She washes utensils and cleans the houses. One day, Nandita went there with her mommy. She wondered how she would climb so many stairs. But there was a lift to take people up and down. Nandita saw lift for the first time. It was like a big iron cage with fan, light and even a bell. Mommy took Nandita to Bablu's house. His house was on the 12th floor. It was a big house with so many rooms, one to sit in, one to eat in, one to sleep in, and one to cook in. Their toilet was also in the house. It took Mommy a lot of time to clean Bablu's house, but she could work easily. There was a tap in the kitchen and water flowed from it. Bablu put a bucket under the tap to fill water for his bath. Then he sat down to watch TV. So much water was wasted. Nandita did not like it. She went and closed the tap. Children, we should not waste water. Water is precious. You have learned to conserve water in your lesson, The River's Tale. Isn't it? Now let us find in what ways Nandita find her mama's house in Mumbai different from her house in the village. Nandita's mama's house in Mumbai has one room and they have to sit, sleep, cook and wash all in one room. Whereas Nandita's house in village also has only one room but they have separate places for cooking, washing and for bathing. Nandita's mama's house do not have a courtyard outside whereas house in village have a courtyard outside. In Mama's house, they get up at 4 o'clock every morning and go to the public tap to fill water, whereas in village they get water from ponds and rivers. In Mama's house, there is a toilet at one end of the street which is used by everyone in the street, whereas in village people go to the open fields or places for toilet. Mama's house is situated in the narrow crowded street whereas the village house is situated in a reasonably wide street and is not crowded. When Nandita came to Mumbai, Mama told her that he would take her around to see Mumbai city. Also, she had heard about Chowpatty beach where people go and spend their evenings. Also, she had heard that big film stars used to come there. She also wished to go there and she might see a film star. But her going to Chowpatty beach didn't happen because Mama is so worried these days. Why Nandita's Mama is so worried? Nandita's Mama is so worried because last week some people had come with a notice that everyone should move out of this place. They say a big hotel will be built there. Mama was saying that this is the third time in the last 10 years that he got such notices. People who live there have been given another place to make their houses. But it is very far away, another corner of the city. There is no drinking water, no electricity. Mama is worried that whether any bus goes there, how will he reach his workplace, whether Mommy will get some work there. Knowing this, Nandita also was worried. If Mama moves to a new place, how Nandita will be able to visit her mother who is staying in the hospital. Her disease also have not fully recovered. This is a problem faced by people living in slums in cities. That is, when this area is taken for some other construction, people have to move from that place. It will be very difficult for the people to move from their place of living and start a life in another place. Children, there is an assignment for you. Draw a picture of house of your choice and color it. Let me summarize what we have learned today. We have learned about the life of people living in slums in Mumbai, the difference between city life and village life, problems faced by people in shifting their place of living.
Children, we have completed the lesson Nandita in Mumbai. Read the textbook and get the signature of your parents on it. Notes of the lesson will be given. Write the notes neatly in your notebook. Stay safe at home, children. Thank you.